Hello everyone, welcome to SpeedGaming Live 2022. We've got another Super Metroid 80% tournament match in the silver bracket. We've got Zeb316, he's getting comfy in his chair, and we got Tilimorf on the right. And I am joined by Zost on commentary.
Hello, hello.
So I think Zeb here is the #1 seed of the silver bracket, so he's heavily favored. There will be some route difference here because I know Zeb does old route and Tilimorf is a new route runner.
Yeah, I saw Tilimorf practicing that early Phantoon before the race, so this will be interesting.
Yeah, it's always neat to see 80% races where the routes are different because it's really up to the best of their abilities when when they're doing new route and old route. If you're going Phantoon first, typically it's considered faster, but so some of these runners they're new to me, and they might not be as well practiced with all the dangerous tech that goes on in new route.
Right, new route optimally can save like a minute and a half, but it's very dependent on if you're able to perform it correctly and really cleanly. So could argue it's maybe easier to perform old route cleanly. So yeah, at the top levels you kind of see more of an advantage of it, I think, and as you go down into more intermediate play, I think the advantage is much less. Seems to me.
Yeah, it seems to be the case. I like that. There's still a lot of old route runners. They just maybe kind of stubborn about changing the boss order, but in any case, it's really cool to see.
It's a fun route. Now, some of us have gone to new route and gone back to old route just for the fun of it, so can't blame anybody for sticking with old route. There's an elegance to it, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so Tilimorf taking got into a little trouble with the steam in the final room stairs, so he's fallen behind a little bit. And Zeb's already using the moonfall. Looks like Tilimorf also. Trying to be fancy, weave in between those platforms.
Nice backup though. So sometimes when you jump from the lower platforms, you have to turn around, or else it won't clip through that little bottom platform on the right. See Tilimorf doing that to save the backup there.
This early game is pretty much going through the motions. Oh, Zeb doesn't get the down bag shot there in the construction zone. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. It's funny, Tilimorf missed the first shot. Like, a lot of times it can be really frustrating when you miss the first shot and you can end up keep missing it over and over again. I know I do that sometimes, so it's good for Tilimorf to back it up really quick. Get the down back going. Somebody's asking about the new route. When was it figured out? I don't know. Do you remember exactly when, JD? I want to say it's like 2015 or was it something like
close to that? The years don't really add up, but yeah, sounds close to there.
Yeah, something like that. And Tass has figured that out a long time ago too. That Phantoon first is quicker, but I don't know if some of us in the speedrunning community were a little slow, I guess. to make it work for a human.
Yeah, you know, we used to do all these like low percent runs, and it just never really occurred to us like some of the tech like that we use now on Phantoon, like shooting the flames when Phantoon spawns, like that sort of stuff took a while to figure out.
Mm-hmm. If I remember correctly, weren't you one of the first ones to do? You did like Phantoon first and low percent speed. I think it was one of the first persons to do that.
Yeah, Overfeigned was pretty instrumental in suggesting that sort of going Phantoon first would save that much time. Even though like there's so many cool tricks with low percent speed. Oh man, Tilimorf having a rough go of it with Bomb Teresa. But yeah, low percent speed, like I just remember always really loving that bottom of Red Tower speed booster short charge.
Yeah.
One of the hardest ones to do, but it was so cool. Yeah, over the years we just had so many players contributing and making discoveries about like the routes and strats and stuff like that. And definitely Overfiend, one of the legends of that in that regard.
Tilimorf going for a lot of the hard strats, going for that arm pump Terminator. That's a tough one.
Yeah. I'm always worried arm pumping down there and just get messed up trying to shoot the little gamers.
All right, early supers. We're gonna essentially skip Spore Spawn by getting these early supers with the Mock Ball under the gates.
Yeah, you're conserving your run speed by doing that Mock Ball. Basically, very nice, giving you this nice little sequence break. Tilimorf has to just farm one. There we go. What are you typically looking for when you farm this this enemy in Pink Prince Star? Would you like ammo or like big energy?
Anything but a small energy.
Yeah, small energy is like the worst thing you can get.
For sure. So like, I don't know, in a race, me doing Phantoon first, I kind of like the energy, and I'll just, if I get big energy, I'll sometimes try to quote unquote force out a missile from the Rayo by not taking the damage in the Decor room. Tilimorf looking like you get 2 missiles, which is nice. I mean, ammo is really nice for Phantoon to make sure you have enough ammo to finish Phantoon. It's like if you get fast patterns, just like a little bit less chance you'll run out. As far as old route, I can't really totally remember the ammo, like how you manage your ammo here.
Yeah, having more missiles just to clear out the pirates when you get to Crate's lair. It's always a nice luxury, especially if you're doing the 2 missile kill on Crate. Alright, so this is where the routes are going to diverge. Zeb is going to go down the Red Tower. Nice damage boost, and Tilimorf, when he leaves Brinstar or the Green Hills, he'll be going up to grab early power bombs.
See how he does on his Red Tower climb. This is kind of one of the first challenges of the newer route. Okay, gonna do it safer, just blow it out and then come back up.
That makes me nervous because it's like a race against time before the block reappears.
Right. Sometimes, like if you're a little slower, you make a mistake, like the Rippers can start getting in unpredictable positions too, and you have to like react to that, and it gets a little dicey there. So yeah, it's nice, made up that much problems though.
Oh,
An interesting position there on the.
yeah. So maybe he's going for charge beam, or maybe he's gonna intentionally take damage. I don't know. Nah.
Looks like charge beam. Yeah. Good deal. What's a good way to track who's ahead when the routes are different? It's not really super easy to do that. So like there's just a lot of variables there. Even in Tourian, the old route runner is going to save like 40 seconds on Mother Brain because of Plasma Beam. So I guess when you get to the end of the game, you can use that and kind of have a good estimate. Looks like Tilimorf's got a CWJ chance here. The setup for the distance here. Oh.
Yeah, use that moonwalk to just get the setup in the door.
You have to be
again.
You have to be all the way back into the doorway. Yeah, you want to just like barely see Samus's visor here.
Oh, yeah, had it another time. This is my nightmare, honestly. When
in a race?
Yeah, when you get to the moat and you're in the race, and then you go through the door like that.
Yeah. So like when you set up inside of the room, sometimes I'm not totally sure about. Oh, okay. I think that was a 1 frame CWJ because like if you're not all the way back, it turns into a 1 frame trick on the actual wall jump.
Yeah, I think so too. So that was good. Yeah, not even gonna bother with that mock ball. Just happy to get into the wreck ship.
Yeah, wreck ship is pretty scary when you're racing new route because there's just so many things where you can lose a lot of time especially between Phantoon and the moat. There's just a lot of time to be lost there.
Would you say like the difference between like a 41 and maybe even a 40 like is totally dependent on like how good your early game is, like getting across the moat, having good RNG on Phantoon?
I mean, like a 40, everything has to be really good. Right, honestly, yeah. 40 is like it's really tight on everything. So yeah, I mean, because of that, yeah, you could say you need a good early game for sure. You can't just lose like 15 seconds and say, well, I'm on a 40 still.
Ooh, very nice. Jumping over Phantoon. That was that was a good double there. Unfortunately, getting a slow pattern. Oh, that was a heads-up play because Tilimorf didn't get the initial shot off on the flames. Another really nice pattern.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tilimorf ran out of missiles here. That's the bad part about missing that opening flame shot, is that you lose out on a lot of drops there. Tilimorf's covering pretty well here, though. Oh, a little late on that run forward. Ideally, you want to catch Phantoon right on the edge of the screen there, give you time to. Yeah, with
the exception of the slow pattern early going. Got the 4-leaf clover, 3 fasts. But that was well played. He avoided taking damage against Phantoon. That's how you want to do it.
Yeah, Phantoon doing 40 damage in this route, so you can't take a lot of hits in a row. You gotta be careful too, because you can take like double hits from the flames if you make the wrong move.
Ooh, okay, that was scary. Zeb almost went through the combo box in the middle.
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't know about picking up that map station. I feel like that's a huge time loss when you pick up and then the map comes up, the SV. at least like 20 seconds. Oh, didn't drop the power bomb. Gonna have to wait because like the power bomb. There's a moment where the power bomb's doing damage, and you have to wait before the hitbox of the enemy appears again. The getting hit by that insect there is no good.
Yeah. So you need at least 120 energy here to get through bowling, because you're going to take at least 2 hits, which are 60 damage each. Well, at least 121, I suppose. So we're gonna. Tilimorf should be fine if they farm up here. Okay, doing the power bomb strat. That's smart. Still a little scary though. I mean, in a race, I kind of like to have over 180 just to make sure I could take that extra hit. I guess that's what Tilimorf is thinking too.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about using that power bomb. But then,
I wonder if Zeb intentionally didn't Shine Spark there. Because
in a race setting, I probably wouldn't do the Alpha Spark either.
Yeah, I don't think I would either. So technically, you can spark there, and it's a decent bit faster. But going toward Phantoon here, it's you're going to be sparking across like the ocean to get to wreck ship, so you're going to lose a lot of energy there. And if you keep using a bunch of Shine Sparks, if you use all of them that you can, you end up with a kind of a low energy count at Phantoon. So that makes sense to forego that.
All right, pretty decent power bombs time, just about 1630. And Tilimorf is just going to be grabbing this gravity suit. So I would say, just from where the players are at, Zeb is in the lead because he's got his power bombs. He's going into wreck ship. Tilimorf, this is I would say a subpar gravity time, but can make up some time in lower Norfair. Plays good.
I remember when like low to mid 16 was. I mean, back in the day, it was like I think it was like world record pace back in the day. So yeah, this is a good time here.
All right, not gonna mess around with any fanciness. Just try and get across the moat. Sometimes I've definitely had moments where I try to set up the ocean fly and I don't know, I'll just spark straight up and then fall into the boat. That's like the worst thing.
Goop spark it. Yeah. Yeah, this way you save a little energy too, which is nice. It's again a little slower, but yeah, in a race setting, it makes sense to be a little safer in a race setting in some ways, depending on your opponent and everything.
Yeah, the winner of this will advance to the semifinals, kind of pretty much guaranteeing themselves a top 3 finish. So Zeb is our number 1 seed. He might be thinking like just survive and win the match.
Yeah, just doing one of these semifinal matches myself, I know this is like a pretty big match because, like you said, you get guaranteed top 3 if you win this one, and you get out of sort of like the best of 1 matches by winning this.
That was close. I wasn't sure about that.
Yeah, it was like off to the side a little bit.
But gets the doppel there. 2-round Phantoon, that's how you want to do it.
It's like the second round fast too. I didn't see what the first round was, but that's nice.
Yeah, first round I believe was maybe a mid or a slow.
Yeah, if you lose this match, you gotta still be in the best of 1s, at least for one more run, one more race, and then it's just a much harder path to the finals. So I guess really just the earlier you get to the lower bracket, the more arduous your path is to get back out. So yeah.
I saw Zeb running into that atomic, then don't think he wanted that because his energy down to 75. Depending on his attic strat, yeah, you can do a lot of different things, but you don't want to lose too much energy.
Yeah, well, it'd be good if he's not going for a Shine Spark strat in the attic with this health, I would say. Oh god. Worrying me getting out of there too. The atomics. You have to be quick through that main shaft of wrecked ship, or else those atomics will get onto you.
Yeah,
Okay.
looks like he's trying to collect some of these drops.
Yeah.
Tilimorf getting the quick kill, getting his Varisuit.
Oh,
Yeah.
what is that? It was an accidental pump there off of the slope. So yeah, if you arm pump at the wrong time, or it doesn't even have to be an arm pump. It can be just like a shot, because it's so arm pumping is if your animation changes while you're running forward, it moves you forward a pixel. So it can be even pulling your gun out to shoot, right? But if you're on the wrong part of a slope, it can just like push you off of the push you into the air. Basically, it's kind of frustrating sometimes. That's what happened there.
So Telemorph going Phantoon first, but opting to go Kraid second, grab that Varisuit, grab the energy tank. It's pretty good things to have when you're going into lower Norfair.
Yeah, so this energy tank costs, I think, 15 seconds if you do it really fast, or maybe it's 17, but something like that. So optimally, you would get the Batu and E-tank instead of that, which is like 12 seconds, I think. I don't know, something like that. So, but Kraid tank is such a luxury for lower Norfair, because that's where we're going right now, is towards lower Norfair, and when you only have 2 tanks in lower Norfair, it's just super dangerous. It's still dangerous with 3 tanks. Crazy tank's a nice way to get your power bomb count back up too. It's a nice little side benefit of it. I kind of expect Tilimorf to get 4 tanks, but we'll see.
Yeah, so Zeb is on his way to Meridia. Tilimorf is going to be headed to Lower Norfair, and we see Zeb farming up those super missiles. His ammo is maxed out. The only concern is his energy. So you might have to do some backup strats. Usually you want to have more than 60 energy when you go into fighting bot lane.
Yeah, you kind of want to. I mean, some people have no damage strats, but I mean, I even like having that extra potential to take a hit. It makes it a little bit more versatile when you're doing the fight.
Keep me a little scared there with the yapping mod.
So somebody in chat's asking about the Shine Spark across bowling. It should be faster than damage boosting there to Shine Spark. Of course, Tilimorf did not have the ability to Shine Spark when they were up there, so it'd be interesting to see what happens here in Mount Doom. I guess you go for the the pseudo jump up. Okay, good.
Yeah, that Shine Spark, even if you do a jump before it, takes I don't know, give or take like 50, 40 energy.
Yeah, that's if you jump. Yeah. So that wasn't really a good option there. Luckily, they knew the backup there.
Yeah, it's a good backup to have when your energy is this low. All right, Zeb gonna fight Bot Moon.
Oh,
Does the old strat? Yeah. So even with the old strat, let's see, one more super. Yeah, with the old strat, it's not always guaranteed. And man, those drops were pretty bad.
Classic Phantoon.
It's not always guaranteed that you don't take any damage. Usually, you're gonna take one hit. Thankfully, we have the new setup, the call strat there. It just makes it so much easier.
Yeah, it kind of gets you out of the way, and sort of it sets you up to sort of pump that ammo in a little bit easier. Gives me nostalgia thinking about the old method, though. I used to have a music cue for it, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, Zeb is building on his lead. He's got that full halfie. That's not an easy trick, and feels good when you get in a race too.
Yeah, Tilimorf had a little stumble going up Bow Mountain, and the waiver got in the way. Like, if you're a little slower, the waiver will come back and sort of just try to block you as well as with the cack attack. So kind of that's what happened to Tilimorf. Oh. So 3 spark in here.
Yeah, just making sure the goop's out of the way. Yeah.
Oh god, this scares me. That was fortunate just not to take any damage there. That scared me.
Yeah, it's always interesting to me. Ooh. Well, there were some supers there left on the table, but you'll be going through Cack Attack Alley. You can collect some on the way. But it's always interesting to me to see the setups that all the players use when they do the X Factor before they do the first Shrine Spark. Instead of being further to the left than I normally see.
Yeah, even the top players have much different setups between some of us. It's pretty. That's one of the great things about the speed game, though, is that you can approach it differently and legitimately. Like there's different ways to do the same strat. Even it doesn't even have to be different strats. Even a lot of times there are different strats that are arguably have their benefits over the others. And sometimes the same strategy is executed differently for different people, and so there's lots of variety in that way in the speedrun. It's one of the things I really love about it.
Yeah, very nice gravity jump there by Tilimorf, and into lower Norfair. I was a little confused for a moment because I saw Zeb with the space jump, and I was like, why isn't Tilimorf just space jumping into? But doesn't have it.
Yeah, of course you're intended to have space jump and gravity suit to get down to lower Norfair, but yeah, Tilimorf does not have either of those. Wait, well, it does have gravity suit, but
yeah, I don't think he's gonna be grabbing this plasma beam though. That's the big luxury of the old route that Zeb will have.
Oh, I would just reset the room here. Oh, this is a great backup if we can get it. Oh, so close. Oh my god. Wow.
This is why we call it the worst room in the game, because it's so laggy. There's pirates and wall spitters. There's so many things that are trying to hurt you.
I cannot believe that backup. I would never in a million years be able to do that. So shout out to Tilimorf for that one.
Oh, he's trying to get up here. There we go. The amphitheater way.
Oh, this is so frustrating. That block just doesn't want to get shot sometimes. Oof.
Yeah, it's getting pretty scary. Okay, I did remember to do the bomb spread there. You need a power bomb for this door, and then the power bomb to open the blocks to get to the metal pirates. So that's why you use. If you're down to 2, you want to use that bomb spread.
Oh no!
Oh, I was just talking about it.
This is really scary. Oh my god!
You can use the power bombs to get rid of this big side hopper.
I would
But
definitely do that.
It is, it's gonna cost them some time.
Yeah, one more hit from the big side hoppers and Tilimorf is dead. Okay. So yeah, we call those power bombs the power bombs of shame because a lot of times if you miss fast pillars and you just forget to bomb out the blocks at the bottom of Keener staircase with regular bombs. Oh, that was an interesting backup, Tilimorf.
I was gonna say, like, I think they intended to do the safe 2-cat strat there in the wasteland, just using that power bomb to open that up. And, and just
get the iframes there on it.
That's right, yeah. But just didn't have enough power bombs.
Right.
They didn't do fast pillars.
It's interesting because it looked like I didn't see if they tried to do fast, like the short charge. It looked almost like they just went straight for the power bombs, but I could have missed the short charge attempt. All right, Ridley, beam shot. You need 60 beam shots minus 2 per super, so Tilimorf is going to need... I can't do math, JD. 44 shots minus whatever missiles they use.
Yeah, missiles plus, supers. No X factors. Oh, getting picked up. Ridley being mean.
Well, luckily they didn't get tail whipped too. Sometimes when you get picked up, that Ridley will tail whip you when Ridley lets go of you too. It's pretty rough.
Okay, so the math's gonna be weird here. I'm not sure if they're really. But yeah, this is the biggest thing when you're using the moonwalk. This is like the biggest obstacle is in this boss fight, I would say.
Yeah, I know when Moonwalk Moonfall first came out, everybody was changing to Moonwalk, and I was surprised that I didn't have to relearn the game too much. It was mainly just this fight that was the problem. Tilimorf's doing a really good job now, though. Gotta be careful. This health is getting a little low.
Yeah, even that was the close call, just with the swoops. I was gonna say, like, he was using the missiles on Ridley, but some of the missiles ended up hitting Ridley's tail, and he misses that super. He's gonna have to make up the difference.
Oh no!
Ridley's not dead. Ridley's not dead.
Oh god! This is really gonna be really scary because sometimes Ridley can often tail whip right here. Yeah.
I was about to suggest maybe taking the fireball, the damage from the fireball, to maybe avoid that. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, often when you wait for Ridley to stop a pogo and then pick you up from the right side, it's pretty common to get tail whipped there. It's bad luck. I mean, it's unfortunate that because sometimes Ridley won't do it. Yeah, of course Ridley did it that time.
Yeah, what really hurt was really, I think it was almost close to dead, and I think Tilimorf was thinking that as well. Just let Ridley pick him up, and then it just turned out it wasn't the case. So that ended up taking a lot of damage from.
Yeah, I think it was one of those grabs plus tail whips thing that I was talking about before then too, like on that. So I think it may have taken double damage or something. So Zeb's, Zeb doesn't have too much energy here either, but this fight is a lot faster with Plasma Beam. It's only going to be 20 shots. So technically, supers are faster against Ridley, even in this category, but typically, like pretty much everybody will save those for Tourian because there's not really a good place to farm supers before Tourian after Ridley without slowing down a bunch. So yeah, I mean you could save like a little bit of time on Ridley by using the supers there, but it didn't end up being very risky for Tourian or slower if you just try to farm them back.
Yeah, I forget what the math was, but sometimes I think some players would use maybe like 6 supers on Ridley, or maybe 3 or 4. I can't remember, but
I could see that. Yeah.
If you add in like more than a dozen plasma shots just to make it a little bit faster. But yeah, saving the ammo, definitely the prudent choice. You gotta beat the game.
Yeah, I could see one thing I could see using some of the supers if you get like a pogo pattern to the left and try to like cut out the next pattern by throwing in 3 supers at the end to get the fight over with before Ridley goes into the next pattern. I could see that being a pretty nice time save. See, I agree with this. I agree with this. The shooting the key hunters here with the plasma beam. It's really not that much slower than running through them, and it's much safer. So
yeah, I've always found it a little awkward. You're going through those key hunters. It's like gets real laggy. Like I'm not sure like the most optimal strat when you're not destroying them, when you're doing the space jump in between those little towers.
I think what we would do was to hitbox the first one and then take the hit intentionally from the second one.
I see.
It's to save like a couple of shots, not lagging the game.
Yeah, every time you keep those musketeers alive and you don't kill them, there's so much lag in that.
Yeah. Of course, you still get like that lag from shooting the blocks, but it still should be faster than killing them. But killing them is a really wise choice here, especially here. I mean, even at higher levels, like it makes a lot of sense to just kill them too in a lot of cases. Like PB attempts or even route world record attempts, but especially in a race setting like this, like yeah. So yeah, Zeb's pretty much done except for Tourian here. We're just making our way to Tourian. With 10 supers, doesn't need to farm anything.
Yeah, we'll see. You can pull off some real quick Metroid rooms here with the ammos he's got. That's always my favorite thing about Tourian, when you got like the space jump, just like how fast you can be doing it. Yeah, I think he's gonna be getting to the yellow guy in like 30 seconds, so this could be good. Potentially 45 or 46, low 46 pace. Ooh, that was interesting. We did that shot.
You can see the timer just barely turned red there before G4. Must be on a good pace.
Yeah.
I think it's like a 46, mid 46 pace, at least capable of it.
Mm-hmm.
I like Tilimorf just taking their time in this, messing around in the rooms. Trying to save the animals early.
Yeah. I think, yeah, it looks like officially Tilimorf has forfeited, but if things go south here for Zeb, they might have to start over.
Yeah, it would make sense to save here before Mother Brain, I think. Ooh, okay. There's 2 supers. I was about to say, I'm not getting any supers here. So Zeb's gonna want 9 supers at the end of these. Okay, there you go. Just miss. Oh my goodness. Yeah, shaking their head.
Usually my backup in situations like this was I would sometimes redo the fourth room, and he just goes for it.
Wow.
He just goes for it, and he gets the Rinka boost in that room too. That's pretty good.
I was surprised that they used a super on that last room. Yeah, that was ballsy. So yeah, it's only like a, I don't know, like a 1% chance of not getting any supers from the last room, and even with 7 supers, you could open up all the red doors and the eye door and come back to the refill. But
All right, nicely
nice
done.
baby.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like it's still going for a PB. Here's the Zeb skip. You use a frozen enemy here to sort of barely inch your way into the wall, and then jump through it. It's kind of weird. The wall is actually considered an enemy of sorts, so it's sort of like,
Yeah,
I guess has different.
Yeah, you're tricking the game into sort of thinking that Samus is on top of the frozen Rinka there. That lets you sort of go through that barrier, that Zebtite that we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm surprised with the no save here, but this fight is safer than newer route with only 20 shots on Mother Brain here, but can't take a full volley of onion rings, can't take a red beam here. It's still kind of scary.
That always that always scares you when you're expecting oh boy, okay. When you're expecting a certain attack and you saw it there from Zeb, he saw the Mother Brain spit out like one of those bombs, and he did like one of those tiny jumps. just makes you jump a little bit, and you know, another attack can come out in that sort of time frame. So it's always you just never know with this fight.
I think Zeb was disappointed with that second catch up. It kind of seemed a little disgusted about the second catch up or second catch up throw. So like I think in this route you can just get one catch up, and it's liable to save time over 2 catch ups because Mother Brain has this long cooldown after a catch up that Mother Brain has to go through before going into the actual cutscene here. So can waste like 5 seconds or something, which is pretty big.
Yo, just going off his splits, I think Zeb's PB is 46-21. Let's see if we can do better than that.
Oh, it's going to be tight.
Yeah.
It might be tough to get on this, but yeah, I think it's going to miss it just by a little bit here.
Yeah, usually it's like a couple minutes from when the baby dies.
Yeah, I don't think you can really do it faster than 2 minutes when the baby dies. From when that baby dies, they're certainly not by much. Getting really close and personal to Mother Brain here. This is actually can be faster than the being further away, but it makes it harder to land all the shots. But yeah, it does reduce the lag a bit.
All right, so far so good. I like that when you go through that first door, you just don't move at all, and that's how like it doesn't take any time away with the door transition.
Yeah, if you move left and then right before hitting that bottom door, the camera moves to where the door is off centered, and it has to recenter the door before triggering the door transition. So yeah, it's good to avoid that. I mean, because that's a considerable time loss sometimes. If you do it badly, I mean, it's like a half a second or something.
Oh yeah, he was really close. It's his PB, but just close but no cigar.
Good game though. GG.
Yes, so Zeb316, he will be tonight's winner in the silver bracket. He will be moving on to the winners finals, I should say. Tilimorf not out of the tournament. They will have their second chance in the lower bracket, but good effort. And I think we are joined by tonight's winner, Zeb316.
GG.
GG, thank you.
So close to that PB too. It's crazy.
Kind of threw it away in more Norfair there. That's normally my best split, but I was so nervous during that I was all like, just couldn't do a lot of the strats that I wanted to do. Like that worst room was rough. Missed the K go through the whatever the platform is. Had a few other issues too, but still was alive in Tourian. I've got about 8 seconds to save there, and I was 6.5 seconds behind. So it would have taken like a really good Tourian, but
Right. Looked like you were a little disgusted by that second red beam or catch-up beam.
Yeah, I missed the charge shot, and that probably would have made it so that I didn't have another catch-up. But
I would have made it really close then to that. Yeah. I got one.
Disgusted with myself missing that charge shot, just shooting too fast.
I got one question for you. It looked like you were charging up for Alpha Spark. Do you usually go for Alpha Spark in this route, or do you?
No.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
I charge it up because it kind of I want to stop there and get run speed going into the next room.
Okay.
So I could hold L, or I could like charge an Alpha Spark and then make commentary scared that I'm gonna Alpha Spark and But yeah.
Good stuff. We are also joined by the runner-up tonight, Tilimorf. It was a good effort, but came up short.
Yeah, GG Zeb.
Yeah,
I
GG,
had a
thanks.
bit of a rough time with Ridley.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like you had a bit of a rough time in a couple of different places there. Wasn't paying too much attention to the restream, especially after I was like on such a good pace. Like that was actually my first ever sub 10 Varia, so that was pretty sick.
Nice. I'm glad you had a good run.
Tilimorf, I was amazed by your recovery and worst room in the game. That was amazing. Like I can do the right side backup, but you were like it was kind of way out of whack, and you just sort of like fixed all the key hunters into the right position. That was really impressive.
Yeah, thanks. I gotta attribute to that playing a lot of randomizers.
Yeah, this is my best time since I've come back for any percent for just basically this tournament. Like I kind of figured I was kind of done with any percent once I had moved on to Rando 2. But then like I just decided last minute kind of to join this tournament. So a little disappointed not to make the gold bracket, being like the first one out, but kind of worked out better for me because I've got a much better chance of doing anything in this bracket, and now I'm on to the winners finals or whatever it's called.
Yeah, you'll be sitting pretty there in the winners finals. Tilimorf, you will be in the lower bracket, so good luck to you. Before we sign off tonight, any last thoughts there, Zos?
No, good game. Thanks for the show, y'all. Thanks for commentating with me, JD.
Yeah,
thanks for the tournament, and thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, always a pleasure. There will be more Super Metroid tournament matches, I believe, even on Sunday, unless we get some matches scheduled tomorrow. But look forward to Sunday. We've got a pretty good one. We got Cutie versus Oats and Goats. So that will be happening Sunday. You can find all of the stuff happening on the SpeedGaming Network on speedgaming.org/schedule. You'll find randomizers, races, anything you like. And my name is Just Defend. Thank you to Zeb and Tilimorf for the race tonight. We will see you next mission.